Dublin City's coldest, you should know this. I've been rapping like a veteran, not a novice. Different flow when I drop a track.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see from the title of the video, today we have got a sponsor, and not just any sponsor. It is the first sponsor that I've gotten from an actual band in terms of a reaction. So Connor from Groundstate reached out, and we've been in contact before, and he just said, Drew, look, what's it going to take for you to do a reaction to one of our newer tracks? So I figured this might be something that I could possibly pursue in the future if there's any bands out there. I know I offered the 30-second promo at the start of my video that you guys can avail of, but this might be a little cool way to just maybe delve into music that like maybe wouldn't be too known. I mean, Groundstate have been doing bits lately, as far as I can see. Connor sent me some of his streaming figures, and they've gone up significantly over the last while. So I figured I'd just jump on this, see what they are like. I also told him that I would just be genuinely honest. I wouldn't want to do him the disservice of like having him sponsor the video for me to just like literally just lick his arse and his band's arse and just tell them that they're great purely because they've sponsored this video. No, I'm very appreciative of the fact that they have sponsored the video and they've helped out the channel. They're helping the channel to grow and push forward. But I'll also be honest, and I think that's just the best way that in any walk of life, whatever it is you're doing, whether it be music, anything else, you need to get that honest criticism from someone who's completely objective. I don't know any of the guys in this band, apart from my brief conversations with Connor. I don't know them on a personal level, so I will just be completely objective, honest. If I like what I hear, I will say I like it. If I have anything to say that I maybe think isn't too great, I will obviously critique it as well. So I'm doing this purely out of just honesty, bringing that back to reaction videos because it does get lost some way along the line. It's not going to be an over-the-top reaction purely because the video is sponsored. I don't want to make it that, and I'm sure Connor and the guys in the band would probably appreciate me to just be honest, because it allows them to assess where they're at and obviously use that information and progress forward and hopefully make some more good music. But we are going to be optimistic about this one, guys. This is Groundstate. The track that Connor has requested is Insect, and then in brackets it says To Be Alive. Now I don't know if Groundstate as a band are big enough to have like information online about the background of the track whatsoever, so I will not do any research purely because look, we're going to just jump in completely objective and with no prior knowledge to what the song is about. This is off of the album Collapse, which was released in November, the 22nd November to be exact, 2019. So you guys can check this album out. I'll have all the links in the description as well. So without any further ado, if you are curious as I am, jump the headphones on and let's go. I just said jump the headphones on.
On the ground right up from under me, finding faith in something ordinary. Watch as the trees I walk beneath, they don't see but they make believe, and all gets worse when I can't sleep. I'm so afraid to die, I'm just scared to be alive, to be alone.
I think Connor knew I'd like this track.
Rip my wings right off of me, introduce me to the unseen. Can you give what I take away? It tears me from myself.
I'm loving that consistent riff in the background, just playing along with it.
I'm so afraid to die, I'm just scared to be alive, to be alone and out of time. Too bad I'm thinking.
Very good.
I'm so afraid to die, I'm just scared to be alive, to be alone and out of time.
just going to pause it real quick just to give my initial impressions. Firstly, the first thing I've noticed is the Tool influence, because I know just from speaking to Connor on Instagram, getting in touch with him, I've obviously seen his Instagram. He sent me like pictures. He's a very big Tool fan from what I can see. He has a tattoo of the kind of like all-seeing eye, or whatever you want to call it, from like, you know, the Tool logo on his chest. So this guy is as diehard as they come. But I think one, that's the main thing I've noticed so far, is there is a Tool influence. And now I know a lot of people just like get pissed off when any reaction channel or anyone in general compares any other band from Tool, and I don't understand. Like, I, for example, named one of my Carnival reactions, who are like a kind of progressive metal band from Australia, if you guys didn't know, and I named it like Tool fan reacts to, or Tool fans first time hearing Carnival. And I said in that they have a very like, they have a lot of Tool, you can tell that there's a Tool influence, and people get so offended when I say that. I don't understand why it's such a bad thing for up and coming bands to take influence from one of the most influential bands of all time, especially in the progressive metal genre. So it is clear that Groundstate have taken some form of influence. Now, they still have elements that sound unique to me. I haven't heard certain parts, like, I mean, the vocalist Connor, who is the guy who I actually spoke to as far as I'm aware, his voice is, it's like a very unusual tone. It's not too harsh. It's quite mellow, but at the same time, it works perfectly with the instrumentals. And it doesn't seem like any one person in the band is like really commanding everything, which is, again, very reminiscent of Tool, because although Maynard being the figurehead of the band, because naturally when you're the lead singer you generally are, but I'm hearing small parts, like I heard the drummer come in at certain parts, and then obviously the guitar riff is beautiful, and the basses as well. So I will also say that it's quite evident that I think Connor knows from seeing my reactions. I mean, if you've watched all my Tool reactions, you'll probably get an idea of the kind of tracks that I like, which is a cool thing to think that other people will know roughly what I like. And I think, obviously I haven't heard the rest of these tracks, but I might have to go and listen to some of them after this. Obviously we're still only like halfway there, but I think Connor knew that this would be a popular track with me. So good. It's a good eye to see. It's a good ear to know that I would probably enjoy this kind of track. It's just the way it's set up. I really love a nice prominent guitar riff, and I think Connor must have known that. So shout out to Connor, but we will keep rocking out. I actually am quite surprised. I don't know what it is. Like, just because bands aren't well known, you just automatically assume straight away that like, oh well, look, like they're not going to be good. But there's just so much talent out there these days that is just waiting to be discovered. So yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, this is right up my street. Oh my, yes.
I'm so afraid to die. I'm just too scared to be alive, to be alone, run out of time. Too bad.
Yes.
I'm thinking I'm so afraid to die. I'm just too scared to be alive, to be alone, run out of time again. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
I think that was the, oh no, I was going to say it was the last track on their album, but I've just shown more, and it's a 10-track album. But I'm going to pause there just so it doesn't play into the next track, because I might give this album a listen in my own time, because like it's crazy. Like, these guys have 69, I know, hilarious, but they have 69 monthly listeners, which like, like it's just crazy to think that there is people that are that talented out there, that are just waiting to be discovered. Because for a band that's probably like, I'm assuming these guys they're very young from what I can see on Spotify, but they're probably maybe working other jobs, they're probably in college, I don't know what they're doing with their own personal life, but it's definitely not something that they're going to be like making a full-time income off. So to be at this level of talent when you're like probably it's your side hustle it's quite inspiring for someone like me who obviously works on this as my side hustle, and like I come home from work, I do this. So these guys are obviously grinding away, and to have such a well produced sound already, like, and I mean this track only has 1,500 views on Spot or 1,500 listens on Spotify, like, and a lot of big bands could bring something out like that and everyone would be like, this is a masterpiece, you know. So I don't know, I think doing things like this is also opens my eyes to not immediately like discount the band purely based on like monthly listeners or views, because we kind of live in that age, and I know from YouTube as well, like even if I put out a really high quality video that I'm proud of, or just a video that I think the content in it is funny, and say for example I put it out and it just flops like in terms of views, it's almost like a reflection. You can't help as a creator or an artist, I'd imagine, if like your music or your videos aren't getting a lot of traction, it can be very demoralizing, you know, and disheartening. So to see guys like this who clearly are talented and they've put out a 10-track album, and that's just one of the tracks that I've happened to listen off, and it's not even the most listened, to be getting them kind of views is just kind of like it one is inspiring because they're still doing it. It's obviously for the love of it, because their listens and everything aren't there yet, but I'm sure if they keep up consistency and they keep growing, especially by how like young they do look, I can only imagine the sky's the limit for a band like this. Especially we've got such an accessible sound as well. It's not too harsh, it's like the perfect blend between like that metal sound, but it's also quite like especially with Connor's vocals in it, it just has more of a, like, I suppose, a global appeal, similar to Tool. Like obviously Tool now have some quite heavy tracks, but the guitar riffs and everything just tie everything in together perfectly. So I mean, very impressed with that, and I know it probably there'll be still people that will say, oh well look, this is sponsored, so you're gonna, like, you have to say that it's good. But I specifically told Connor, I was like, Connor, look, I'm just gonna be completely honest here, and I was praying that I did like it, because I was like, I don't even want to upload this video if I don't like the track, because it will just be like awkward that like Connor is like very kindly, and Groundstate have very kindly sponsored the video, and they helped me to do what I'm doing. So for me to just turn around and like be like, oh, this is shit, I really didn't want to have to do that. But at the same time, I want to keep some form of integrity with these reactions, because I think it's cool for maybe up and coming bands to maybe get a little bit more exposure. So I mean, I gave Connor the opportunity to put the 30-second clip at the like beginning of one of my more popular videos, which I know will be very popular. So like for example, if I put this on a Tool video, it would probably get like what, 10,000 plus views, which is nearly guaranteeing that 10,000 people will hear their track at the very first 30 seconds of the video. So Connor was like, look, I understand that this will probably not get as much views because their name is quite unknown, so a lot of people probably wouldn't click onto the video. But for anyone who has clicked on and made it this far, guys, and you are as impressed as me, go over to their Spotify. I'll have links. Connor hasn't sent me the links yet, but I will put the links to their Spotify in the description, and then obviously if they have YouTube and everything, I'm nearly certain that they do, I will drop all of those. So go over there, and if you did enjoy it, please do make a point to go over and just say, look, Drew sent me, or I heard your track. You don't even necessarily have to say it's for me. Just go support these guys, because an up and coming band like this can do it any help they can get, especially when they have clearly got talent and a lot of potential by the sounds of things. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the video. I'm not sure how long this has gone on for, but I hope I was as transparent as possible. Connor and the guys from Groundstate, I really appreciate you guys helping me out, sponsoring this video. And yeah, I hope this will bring, maybe even if I can get like 20 more listeners to you guys, then I mean, if they're good listeners and they're loyal listeners, then I mean, that's worth any type of money that you can spend. So yeah, guys, that's going to be me for the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please do drop a like on this video, as well as any videos that I may happen to link in the description with Groundstate's music in it. So yeah, guys, that's me signing out. Take it easy. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.